everybody's having a good week, guys. We're just rolling today. Thought I'd let you guys know, anybody interested in this truck, it is not going to be going up for sale, as I already have a buyer out of Texas. Guy who hit me up a few months ago, saw it on Facebook and really wants this truck. Letting it go for a fair price, $50,000. I know I might have probably get more. Some people might actually think that is too much, but I think it's a fair price. So he's trying to secure the loan, guys. Hopefully everything works out, and this truck will probably be gone next week. Out here in Sumner getting unloaded, Burco of America. Pretty sweet place. Run a lot of 20s up here, really heavy 20s, about 48, 50 cargo. The pay, guys, though, is pretty good. Locals paying really good right now, so plus all our wait time is being paid after 1 hour on all loads. Well, guys, the Webasto heater in a semi truck is one of the best things you could do. Mine came originally, it's actually not a Webasto, it's an Espar, and it came originally with this truck. It looks like it was installed from factory, but it barely makes any noise. You can't hear it. The only thing you could hear is the fan running that's blowing the hot air, but just turned it on 56, so it maintains, it's set to 70 degrees, and it'll maintain that all night if you do gotta go and sleep somewhere. Really awesome heater. Well, the truck made it out here to unload one more time before we fix it up. Basically tractor, we got tracks and all those I brought over here as well. Just machinery parts and stuff like that. Well, guys, we got unloaded and the truck is stuck in the dock. So I got the whole part out. It's the actuator, it's the clutch actuator for the Ultra Shift 10-speed autos. And this is the Generation 1. The Gen 2 does not have this plastic housing, and it has different plugs, a whole new wiring harness. It's a much better one, and this one lasted 800,000 miles, but I guess it's time for it to go. Waiting on a guy to bring me the part. Well, guys, removing it was very easy. It just has 2 plugs on it, and it holds on with these 4 bolts over here, and that's it. Inside, it just mounts up into that gear, slides into the gear, and that's it. But when putting it in, there is a pin. As you can see in the transmission housing, there's a little opening. Make sure that pin goes through here. Once it goes through the pin, rotate the housing back onto where it bolts up into the transmission. Inside as well, make sure the release yoke is touching the bearing, that there is no gap, that everything is nice and snug. And that's it, guys, for that part. My rescue is here. Woo! Sergey bringing my new part. He even picked it up for me yesterday in Marysville, because nobody in Washington has this actuator. Oh, look at it. It's finally rolling on his new W9 too. So we got our new part. This is a Gen 2 that comes with the 2 wires from the old plug to the new plug on here. The new Gen 2 unit has completely different plugs. So if you buy this unit, which they tried to sell me yesterday without the harness, I told them I need the harness. And we're out rolling. There's our old part. Best feeling to be back on the road after you get the truck fixed up. Even though, man, I barely made it this morning to get unloaded. When I just got to my truck this morning, it was throwing fault codes and everything. I was resetting everything, messing with the actuator, and I got it to work. And I got it to work just enough to make it to the delivery. But yeah, thanks to Sergey for bringing the part over and picking it up from Marysville, Kenworth, or else I would have had to drive like almost 2 hours that way. Oh, we got Brian over there, W9. Just bought that thing last year. Got a nice, looks like Lardo gray paint on there. Well, guys, how much is the damage for today? Well, the new part was $1186 with a 390 core charge, which I'll get back when I bring it back to them. And this is why it's important to read codes and figure out the problem yourself, because guys, Taking it to the shop is where they'll really rip you off. For this truck, Kenworth, it's very simple. You turn it on ignition and you cycle the key 2 times. So that means left, and right, and you stop at right, and right here you will get a code. That code, Google it along with your transmission make. And I got code 64, which is when I Googled it with Ultra Shift Eaton Fuller code 64, it popped up that I had a bad actuator. So replacing the actuator, and the truck is all good now. Runs, actually shifts a lot smoother as well. And we're off. Let's pick up our load and keep on going.